Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakarash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Lord Akim. Walking, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Alright, and basically this video, was, I'll say, was in a certain somewhere today, in a group setting with a bunch of different people. Alright. And there's going to end up being a part 2 to this video based off of the response that I get out of a certain someone. But basically, at this place where I was at, I'll say a place of study, there's this Jake there, and he knows that he's an Israelite. And I know that because he's wearing his fringes. And it kind of, when I seen him, threw me for a loop for a second. But, he has his T-shirt on. He's one of the T-shirt. And I'm not going to directly insult him as of yet because I don't know what he's fully about. But he's an Israelite, a dark-skinned man, most likely Judah, Benjamin, or Levi, and he has his fringes and border of blue upon all of his shirts. And so this was me, my first day realizing it, and so I was just scoping him out all day. And I'm probably going to talk to him tomorrow to actually see his spirit. But, so in the midst of, scoping him out, there's this other guy at this place. And he's from Uganda. He's from the east side of Africa, and he looks the part of a dark-skinned African. And come to find out, I get to talking to him. Everybody conversating, joking, and laughing. We started going into spiritual topics. All right, mainly the mark of the beast. All right, in these vaccines that are coming. All right, and I'm not the one. Just to say, I'm not the one who even brought it up. The man who is from Uganda, who would be considered an African, he is the one that brought it up. And he's saying, look, they finna start trying to microchip us. They're finna start trying to forcibly put vaccinations in us. And now he's saying, because I made the comment that hopefully we get done with this schooling shit before the end of the world, joking. And he looked at me and he was like, man, that's some of the realest stuff I done heard. And he's like, look, I'm from over there. When they come out with the microchip, and he didn't specifically say the mark of the beast, but I'm more than sure I'm going to double check with him tomorrow. So this video is probably going to have a part 2 or a part 3. He was like, when they come out with that forced vaccination and that microchip, I'm going to try to get out of the country. All right. And he was like, man, the way that, because he came to America in 2014, and this is a lot of exposition. Just bear with me and I'm going to get these scriptures. He was like, man, this world is coming to its end. And he's like, America is the leader of it. He's like, whatever happens in America, they make the rest of the world do. And when something the things in the world happen first in America, then they go throughout the whole world. And so the point that I'm making, when you come to this truth, you come to the knowledge of knowing who you are and who the heathens are. But you'll have instances of a person who may look like a heathen, but they very well may be an Israelite because of their spirit. And that's where I'm going with this video. The Israelite foreigners, those who bear witness. Now, I don't fully know, what he believes in. I don't know if he knows the names of Yahweh and Yahushai, but the way he started going in about the microchip, I was like, oh shit. And he mentioned Bill Gates. All right, so we're going to get this right here. Romans chapter 8 and verse 16, which is why we're supposed to have a spiritual eye. Because here it is, I had the Jake. And now, keep in mind, the Jake that is wearing the fringes and border of blue, he's literally within earshot of us. He's no more than 6 feet away from us. COVID rules. And he wasn't saying a word. So I don't know if he didn't want to blow his cover. And his cover's already blown. You got your fringes. Me, I wasn't trying to blow my cover yet. All right, but I'm gonna go blow my cover tomorrow when I go talk to that Jake. But here it is. You have the Israelite who knows he's an Israelite, who was wearing his stuff on the outside, and he didn't want to speak up. But you have the man who, on the outside, who looks like a Hamite. He comes straight from Uganda. He may be an Israelite. He didn't have people started giving us crazy looks. He didn't give a rat's ass. He was like, man, we coming to the end of this world. They finna microchip people. They finna vaccinate people. Hey, why? Because it could be this. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. It says, I'll start at 14. As a matter of fact, actually, I'll start at 13. It says, for if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High Power, they are the sons of the Most High Power. So, and I'm not saying for sure, but he could be one of the sons of Israel. The fact that he was willing, hey, it takes a spiritual man to understand, some of those concepts, and he didn't have a problem speaking up about it, especially in public. He didn't have a problem admitting that. So now it's just a matter of if he's going to receive the name or not. I'm gonna talk to him some more tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna talk to him some more tomorrow, see where he's at. All right, verse 15. It says, For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. All right, so the Israelites in this last days and times, no matter what they look like, no matter what land they come from, they're going to be crying out to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. No matter the shade, and which is why I brought this picture up, no matter the shade, the height, the language, the tongue. All right, this is the true understanding of that Revelation. What is that? Chapter 7. All right, all kindreds, nations, and tongues. Hey, Israelites are going to come looking in many different forms, shapes, and sizes. All right, verse 16. It says, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High Power. Hey, and that whole day, all today and yesterday, I was talking with my mans. I was rocking with my man. We was laughing and joking and shit. Coming up with strategies with the thing that we're doing this class for. Hey, me and him, hey, we was, I'm not friends with dogs like that, but as it goes, we're good acquaintances. All right. When you have the Jake who knows he's an Israelite wearing his fringes, I wasn't mean mugging him or doing nothing to him, but he just, hey, if brothers can understand what I'm saying, I was having I'll say a good time with the dude who would appear to look like a Hamite on the outside, but he may be an Israelite. All right. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. And these are the mysteries of the scriptures that you have to know if you're going to truly understand what's going on. Because if you don't know these things, you won't know who salvation is for. You're going to believe that salvation is for anybody, for anyone, no matter what nation, and that's not the case. All right, you have the Israelites who are scattered abroad, who now look like and have taken on the customs of the heathen, and we'll get that real quick. Just a real live example, so brothers can know what I'm talking about. All right, we don't talk out of our ass or make shit up. We're going to back it up with scripture. This is Nehemiah chapter 13. This is a very common thing that would happen to the Israelites. Nehemiah chapter 13, it's either 12 or 13. Okay, let's look at 12. Yeah, let's look at 12. I may have just skimmed through 13 too fast. Salaki, y'all. Yep, okay, 13, I knew it. This is now Nehemiah chapter. Now, this is when the Israelites, we were still in our land, or at least I'll say Southern Kingdom. We still knew who we were. We could still clearly identify each other through some means. All right, and if this was going on back in that time, what in the world do you think has happened all these thousands of years past? All right, the problem has been, what's the word? Not asturbated. What is it? Exaggerated. Hang on, meaning it's been increased. Exacerbated. It says make a problem, bad situation, or a negative feeling worse. So the problem has been exacerbated. All right, this problem has gotten worse. Nehemiah 13, and I'm going to start at verse 23. It says, in those days also saw I Jews, Israelites, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi specifically, but this pertains to all the Israelites because all the Israelites did it. All right. It says that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. So Israelite men married heathenistic wives. All right. 24. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. So you had those Israelite men have children with those heathen women, and those children no longer knew the Israelite customs. They couldn't speak Hebrew. All right. They sure shit couldn't read, when they saw the Hebrew writing, they didn't know what it meant. All right. And many of them probably came out with that different look. All right. Many of them came out looking like their heathen mothers. It says, and I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by the Most High Power, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. So you had this going on back then. Israelites would be born looking like, acting like, walking like, talking like a different nation, right? Because of how they're raised, although they're Israelites. So if it happened back then, it happened in this time, and it very well, the situation may be with this guy. I'm not going to give his name out. He may be one of those, hey, he could be one of them daggone descendants, came out looking like a Hamite, when we fled over into Africa, his people may have just went over to Uganda, right? That's why he's able to understand what the mark of the beast is. 1 John chapter 1 verse 4, it says, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High Power, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. And that's another thing. Hey, just because a person looks like an Israelite doesn't mean that they're righteous in the first place. Doesn't mean that they're going to be saved anyway, all right? And not talking shit on that Israelite who's wearing his fringes, but just because you have your fringes and you have the physical appearance of a Negro doesn't mean that you're good to go. Doesn't mean that you're one that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has chosen. And that would be incredibly ironic if that's the case with these two individuals. Here it is, you have the guy wearing his fringes outwardly, letting the whole world know he's an Israelite, and then you have the man who on his outside looks like a heathen, but on his inside could be an Israelite, which very well could be the case. He even mentioned, like I said, he mentioned Bill Gates. Oh, he was talking about the Black Lives Matter. He said the people rioting the Black Lives Matter, he was like, you shouldn't be focusing on the damn police. You need to be focusing on the people in the shadows running the governments, running the businesses. And one of the people he pointed out was Bill Gates. All right. He said they should be focused on who was funding Black Lives Matter. And so him making that statement, I'm assuming that he knows that Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros, who made that statement that it was created to basically help further bring down the Israelite community, the so-called black community, right? But these are things that a person who may have the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai upon them will know and say and profess. All right, now whether or not, hey, he probably still eats abominable foods, or he may not. Shit, he may, if he knows that much, he may not. But most likely, he still does things that would still be considered worldly. But he may know just enough. And I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow. Shit, he may very well believe that he's an Israelite. All right, for all we know. Let's type in this real quick. Uganda. Motherfucker's funny, Is a cool dude to conversate with. He wasn't no asshole like how a lot of them damn Africans are. Dude was cool. That's not something I give. That's not something I give out lightly to any fucking body. Shit, my own family members ain't fucking cool. All right, so he from over here. He from Uganda. These are the pictures of what some of them look like. Some of them could be Israelites, but many of them are Hamites, and that's just the case. And then you got Edomites over there too. This bitch right here. All right. Hey, you look, Edomite in the cut. Shit, she might be a tear Hamite. She may be a Hamite looking like that, wanting to go back with her people. But so that's about it for this video. I just wanted to touch on those couple things. And these last days and times, it's being revealed who are. I was hearing noises. Who are revealed. Let me see if I can get that real quick. The sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai are going to be revealed in the last day. 400 years. Then with them shall be revealed. Second Esdras. We're going to go to Second Esdras chapter 7, I believe. What is it, 7 and 16? I think, but then we'll end it. Second Esdras. Hey, so when the elect and the 1/3 is raised up, it's gonna be shown, who was an Israelite and who wasn't. You may have had one of your best homies growing up may have looked like a white boy, but that nigga was swagged out to the T. All he dealt with was black hoes, so called. All right, or I'll say black women. All his babies is so called mixed. All the nigga know is Jake shit. It may very well be that he's an Israelite. All right. So this is Second Esdras chapter 7. We're gonna jump down to right here. You know what? Shall rejoice within 400 years. This may not be it. Let me just type in the word revealed. Salakia. Revelation. Second Esdras 16. Salakia, y'all. Revelation. Said it again. Second Esdras 16 and 73. I was getting mixed up because of that 7. I was getting the 16 and the 7 mixed up rather than. Yeah. Okay. So Second Esdras. About to do it again. Second Esdras 16 and 70. We'll start at 3. This is dealing with the end of the world, so-called. All right, it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold and the fire. So at the end of all this, it's going to be known who's the Israelites and who are not, from all different walks of life, from wherever they are on this planet. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, and Hoshai, Bashem, Bakakodash, the honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone, peace, blessings, salutations to all the Akim, Watim, learning, teaching truth and sincerity. I'm going to say Shalom.